Well, I've received quite a few death threats after my two videos about what I think of Meghan Markle and her miscarriage story. Um, I stand by it. Anybody who has had a miscarriage know that her description of her supposed miscarriage is absolute bullshit. Uh, the body has reflexes. I don't know if you've ever been to the doctor and you, the doctor sometimes would test your reflexes. They hit you on the knee, with a little hammer, and involuntarily, your knee will lift or move or jerk. Those are involuntary reflexes. Extreme pain brings that out in the body. So if you suddenly have, it's like when you suddenly feel a pain, you go, ouch. It's something that's involuntarily. You don't go, ouch, hush, little baby, don't say. That's a lullaby, by the way. That's not the case. You certainly don't talk about politics if you want to describe a miscarriage experience. There's nothing taboo about miscarriage, by the way. People talk about it freely, and actually there's a lot of support for that. So no need for attention. And she wanted to mix the racist card there, the race card as well, so people don't forget that her mother is black. Many holes to that story is just like the 1992 LA riots. She was not in LA. Her father and her sister have confirmed that he took off with her to Palm Springs. So all that huge narrative, that video that she did about seeing the ashes fall from the sky, that was absolute bullshit. My family lives in LA. I have family who lives in LA, and nothing like that happened. So it's all this crazy narrative. Now, what people don't understand is that if you look at her behavior in June, July, August, and even September, it's almost joyous behavior. She is so happy, and the reason that I believe she's so happy is because if she did miscarry, she knew that she had a trump card to use, so to speak, for later. She's almost giddy with happiness that it happened to her. There's no pain for her. There's no loss for her. I really do believe that. That's my opinion. For her, in her mind, having a miscarriage is the best thing that could have happened, because she had another card to use to get attention. I don't know if you guys are aware of something called munchausen syndrome, which is basically an individual will either get themselves sick, or a loved one either physically sick or mentally sick, or they will exaggerate and invent dramatic stories to draw attention. It's an illness, actually, and it can be very deadly. Now, Meghan Markle has used the race card, abused the race card. For that, she should go to jail, and so does Harry. In England, people do go to jail for that. That's actually something very seriously, that you do not misuse the race card like they have. She has never suffered from racism, ever. This is a woman who called herself Caucasian. So no racism for her. She has never suffered racism. In fact, she has said herself that she always felt too white for black people. She has changed her tone of voice, and the way she speaks sounds fake, because she doesn't want to sound black. So she over-articulates, she overdoes things, because she's not being true to that part of her heritage, because as she said herself, she's always felt too white. When she was in university, there were quite a few sororities that were for black women. She didn't apply to any. She went to the whitest sorority and she was accepted. And it was one of the meanest as well. So she has never suffered from racism. Let's get that straight. Her mother, maybe, yeah, I'm sure. But her, no. She has straightened her hair to the point of no recognition. It's horrible. She has changed her nose, her face. Everything that could categorize her as having some form of black heritage. So therefore, she has used the race card for victimhood. She tried to use teenagers, because you see, she is being very abusive. she is a predator because she seeks out people who are actually fragile, vulnerable, and that she thinks that people cannot object to or criticize because if she talks to them, because it will be taken as a criticism or attack on the cause or the people that she's, attaching them herself to. She's just like a leech, she'll attach and suck the blood, and no matter. So she attached herself to the vulnerable, troubled teenagers, which is absolutely disgusting. She's attached herself to the veterans, her and her husband walking over dead veterans' graves for PR purposes. They have lied. I mean, Harry, to this date, is the only director or majority shareholder of all those fake companies that he set up, or all those companies that he set up where there have been very fishy financial transactions done that he has to answer for. I don't know if he has set up any in the States, but the ones in the UK, he's in trouble for that. Let me see. They have lied about the money for the charity, that the 3 million never got to the elephant charity. That has been, not at least the charity elephant has categorically said that they never got 3 million from them. And Disney, well, the Disney CEO has been on the record saying that he did deposit that in Harry's organization. So money missing, money gone. They've lied about absolutely everything. The way she has treated her father. I mean, her father, that gentleman, he shouldn't be going through this. That is criminal. And the 5 people who have helped Meghan Markle get this far, including Harry, should be held criminally liable. If anything were to happen to Mr. Markle, it will be as a consequence for everything she's done, everything that she's put him through. Now, why is the royal family still helping Harry and Meghan Markle? They have come out and officially have said that Frogmore Cottage, even though Princess Eugenie is living there, that is Harry's official residence, giving him an anchor in the UK to avoid paying taxes in the US. Because you see, as long as he's royal and is listed on that fucking website, he's still getting all the perks and privileges. 95%, yeah, they don't care not receiving 5% of the money they were getting before from the taxpayers, because they're getting 95% of that from the Duchy of Cornwall, paid for by Prince Charles. And the Duchy of Cornwall, they get a lot of money from taxpayers and from money he makes. And then he claims expenses. So everything that Harry and Meghan have done is expense-wise. It's always to get a break. They don't own the house in the US, so because they're renting a property that is owned by one of their companies. So officially they don't own a house. So officially Harry doesn't have to pay taxes in the US. Meghan does, because she's a US citizen. Unless he's gone, I think over 180 days he has to pay taxes, but then we don't know if he's come back to the UK, because the royal family is helping him out that way. This is a man who has betrayed, deserted, lied, defrauded the UK. And then he turns around and ungratefully goes and badmouths the entire UK public. And he's still using the perks. I am from the Commonwealth. I'm Canadian. It's absolutely disappointing. Not even all the beautiful good deeds of the Duchess of Cambridge and Prince William can erase what's going on right now, because there's so much abuse. It takes a lifetime to build trust, and it takes one act to destroy it. I do believe that Meghan has munchausen illness. I really do think that kid is in danger, because now that all the cards are failing to get her the kind of attention she wants, because she's desperate for it. Let's face it, she's never been about privacy. She's been about attention. I mean, to talk in a book about her taking a dump and how pleased Harry was for that. I mean, are we talking privacy here? So I am worried, because when everything else fails, she still has a child that she can get sick on purpose. I really do believe that kid is in danger, because I don't think Harry cares. Harry is also a narcissistic, entitled jerk. And as long as he also gets what he wants, he has been proving that he has no morals about using anybody. I have always said all along that they're both the same. They're both exactly the same. Except that Meghan Markle is not smart. She's not a smart person. She's a small-time hustler who's not above doing or saying anything. So why is the royal family doing this to the monarchy? I don't understand. Because the royal family are screwing over the monarchy. They don't care. They're getting all the millions of dollars. They have all these perks and privileges. They think that people will take anything. I think they're in for their rude awakening, because I was a diehard royalist. It really is hard. There's even talks of bringing Harry and Meghan Markle back. Why? I mean, this is I mean, I don't even have words for it. Now, in regards to people feeling sorry for Meghan Markle and her miscarriage, I'm going to call it that. That's stupid. That's what she wants. You don't talk about miscarriage like that. You don't sing a lullaby while your child is dying. That's absolute bullshit, and that's actually quite cruel and quite worrisome. It reminded me of Hannibal, of all those serial killers that they're eating their victims, or those cannibals that while they're eating their victims, they sing sometimes. I mean, that's absolutely repulsive. I don't hate her, but I don't think she should be a Duchess of Sussex. She should use any royal titles, because I am part of the Commonwealth. And as long as she's listed on that website, she's still representing the Commonwealth, as the website says of Harry as well. Why are they saying that Harry's Frogmore Cottage is his home? It's not. Well, he's in the UK. That only gives him an anchor for tax evasion. They're still helping him, and I think it's time people put a stop to it. What do you think? Let me know.